live here from Kansas Speedway for the Di9 Designs NAOR Series NJB Designs 189 here on JCTV. I'm Joshua Coppernoll. I'm joined in the booth by a special guest tonight. I get to save my sanity. No Brett Bennett. We have Traber Burns. Traber, how you doing?
I'm good. How many broadcasts do I have to do before I stop becoming a special guest?
That is true. At this point, you actually shouldn't really be a special. Okay, I'm here with a great colleague of mine, Traber Burns. Traber, how you doing?
I'm great, Josh. We got Kansas Speedway tonight. Possibly with the next gen cars, this is possibly one of the best tracks that you can drive or watch a race with these cars. It arguably had two of the best races of the season last season in real life NASCAR, and it definitely translates to iRacing as well. So, gonna see a lot of multi-groove action. Gonna be a lot of fun to watch.
You know, you mentioned a couple great races last year in the real life. As a Kyle Larson fan, that one, you know which one I'm talking about, really hurt. But man, was it awesome to see that battle. And no, I was not mad at Denny Hamlin at that race. Because I don't feel like he did anything wrong to win that race. It was exciting. It really was. Just unfortunately being a Kyle Larson fan coming up short. But this is not the real life. This is iRacing. And we've got Chase McGuire top of the boards in practice with 8 seconds remaining. Jonathan Parker 6/1000ths of a second behind him in second. We're getting ready to head into qualifying. And we'll give you our picks to win here in a bit. I know I usually do it in practice, but we got a late start going on here. So we'll go ahead and do them in qualifying. Also give Traber a little chance to think about it. Of course, qualifying, how it works here in the Di9 Designs NAOR series is single car qualifying. You're going to send one car out at a time. And it's one lap. And we're going to determine who starts on the pole here very shortly. I believe first one out is going to be Jamil Hawkins, but we will have to find out.
You are correct. Jimmo Hawkins will be first one out.
I was going to say, I didn't think we had Jimmy Kimmel here tonight, but...
Yeah. Don't know why that came through my mind there. But nice little 4-car HendrickCars.com Chevy. Not a number combo that you see too often, but that's what you got about to roll off pit road here. And Jim will rolls off. So, qualifying at Kansas, it really comes down to what lane you're comfortable with. You know, I think both the bottom and the top can be used. But we will find out. I've never been great at qualifying at Kansas for some reason, which is odd, because I'm usually a pretty decent qualifier. But, yeah, we'll learn from the experts tonight, see where they're running.
It's going to be pretty interesting here. I am curious to know what lines they're going to choose, as green flag is waving here for Hawkins.
He decides to run the bottom there in 1 and 2. And he actually shifted through there, which is not something that I thought you would see. At least in the race runs, I doubt you're going to see it too often, just because the rear tires definitely wear a lot more when you're in 4th gear around 1.5 miles. Even, you know, I found even at Sonoma it was better to use 5th gear, depending on how good your throttle control was. So, yeah, Hawkins sets the first time with a 30.7 there.
Braden Holt going to be the second one to go out.
And he is also shifting through there, so yeah, maybe that's what I've been doing wrong this whole time. But yeah, he's run the top side and shifting as well, so see what he does coming off turn 4. Goes down to 4th and it goes back up to 5th before he's even out of the corner there.
Kind of interesting, actually.
Yeah.
Going to be a 30.699 for Braden Holt.
Yep, and he was in the middle, kind of in 1 and 2, and then moved up a lane in 3 and 4 there. Kyle Taub, who I believe kept it in 5th there. And yeah, he's up by the wall. Staying in 5th gear there. Would have liked to see him a little higher up the track and cutting down a little later in the corner, but nonetheless, it could be 30.8 for him.
Hunter Peach. Winner a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, late apex all the way down to the very bottom, about 3/4 around 1 and 2 there. Broad line carrying a lot of speed, being able to cut the distance there on exit. He's going to do the same thing for 3 and 4 here. He cuts, stays low on exit, going to get to the apron as soon as possible. Does that give him 30.7? So right now, Braden Holt still at the top with his shifting twice in the middle of a quarter. Maybe that is the way to go.
Tell you what, I drive the next gen a lot. Love driving this car. I know it's not really a favorite, but tell you what, that kind of blows my mind a little bit.
Well, the one thing that you get with shifting that you really can't do in any other stock car with the next gen is by shifting you can really help rotate the car a bit. So if you feel like you want a bit more rotation and you're willing to sacrifice a bit of rolling speed through the quarter, that's definitely a way to get it.
Dylan Chappell, top of the board. 30.661.
Giovanni Klein coming to the line here. Start his lap. He goes all the way to the top. I think he might be the first to be all the way up on the top line in 1 and 2 there.
Not quite the Kyle Larson line.
No, and you usually don't want to run the Larson line on a qualifying line just because that the air up against the wall. It helps a little bit with side force, but it's just the risk of hitting the wall and the drag that it'll give you is just a bit too much.
30.4.
But he goes to the top, 30.4. Yeah, that's the line that I believe is fastest around here, is being up on that wall above those dotted white lines.
Mike Campbell, different colors this week. John Deere on his car. Run on the bottom.
Let's see where this puts him.
31.029. And I'm guessing his lap wasn't validated. I did notice, I didn't know if it was netcode or not, but he kind of clipped the wall going into 1.
Oh, and Justin Quimby is also going to get his invalidated, I believe. Sometimes you can get away with it, though. It was just a little tap. Sometimes you can get away with that. I'm not sure if he did or not. Probably not, but he will continue here to complete his lap.
Quimby, a 30.918. It is going to count. P7.
Wow. Oh, iRacing.
Cole Snyder, driver of the number 24 Di9 Designs Chevy. Yeah, I've mentioned it quite a bit before. I'm gonna mention it again. Di9 Designs, before they rebranded to Di9 Designs, they were Taki Edits, and guy behind it, Pit Taki, is what he was known by. Now Maverick Moose on Xbox, but he was the original designer of my paint schemes on iRacing when I first started out. 3.459 P2 for Cole Snyder. Hunter Senior.
Oh, lap from him. Hunter Senior. Yep. Oh, he goes straight into the wall. He's definitely not getting away with that one.
Yeah. There was no doubt about that. Hunter Senior off turn 4. Not going to take the apron. 22.103 is what the ticker is showing. I don't believe that for a minute, but it's invalidated anyway. That would have been a new track record.
He was lagging a bit there, so I'm not surprised to see that. Zachary Meredith starting his lap. Surprising that Meredith on his out lap in 3 and 4, kind of in the middle, then cut down towards the bottom. I would have thought, you'd like to be up against the wall and you're coming to the line to start your lap just to carry as much speed as you can. But here he comes running towards the middle there, coming out of turn 4. He sets 30.6.
Third quick. Jace McGuire, fastest in practice. Gonna be the next one to go out, set a lap time.
Oh, kind of blinked out there. Might not have this lap count due to any sort of disconnectivity issues here. We'll see.
Brush straight away. It's gonna be a 30.557 P3 for Chase McGuire. Jose Ruiz. Next up is iRacing Toyota.
Little hesitant on the throttle coming out of 3 and 4, but still a decent lap from there, 30.6.
Jimmy Mensch. Next one to qualify.
Rear bumper says use code Ferret for 10% off. Don't know can't tell what that's in reference to.
Probably a dubby. Be my guess.
Yeah, we only look from the chase cam. It's hard to see sometimes. But I find it easiest to see who's getting that car rotated, who's able to get on the throttle earlier. Yeah.
30.687. Put a P7. Nathan Lehman.
Nathan Lehman now.
I like the chase camera. I do not use it in broadcast, though. Because it's not realistic to me in broadcast, but I'll tell you what, I use it all the time when I'm not broadcasting.
Yep. Nathan Lehman, he comes off of turn 4. He was quite up high there. I like the speed. And 30.7. I think he may have lost that in turn 1. Entered a little too high there.
P11. Pacey Wygent, next one up. Michigan winner, start off the season. It's kind of gone downhill since then. Pacey really needing a strong run. And I think tonight is a very good night. Pacey could turn things around. Currently, time to beat for pole is a 30.438 set by Giovanni Klein. Let's see what Pacey Wajik can do here.
Yeah, and the Michigan setup is with the next gen is somewhat similar. He goes up to P3 there. So I'd look for Pacey to have a strong run tonight. It's quite similar to Michigan in terms of you're going to be running topside a lot. It's very right front limited in terms of that. That's where the tire's going to fall off, or the first tire to fall off is going to be that right front. And yeah, look for him to have a good night.
Finished fourth last week at Pocono. Pacey, the guy that finished third last week, Jonathan Parker, he had his work cut out for him. Lagged out of the session, came back, started a lap down. Pretty much as soon as the race started, worked all the way up to finish third and a 30.390. That's good enough for P1, Jonathan Parker. So now it's Josh Arnold on the clock.
And Josh Arnold rolling off of pit road. Sorry, Josh, but I saw it. Gave it a little too much throttle and accidentally spun into the grass for a second coming off of pit road there, but he's got it up going, and so far looking like a decent lap.
You saw it, I didn't. So when he hears it, he gets to be mad at you, not me. Josh Arnold coming across the line, 30.775 P13. And that leaves us with Pocono's winner, Nick Kapiak.
I give everyone full permission to be mad at me. I'm used to it.
Oh, I can never be mad at you.
I'll figure out a way.
You're fired.
The Caveat coming through 3 and 4 right now. He straddles that white line. Now he's got the right sides on the seam. One interesting thing with Kansas is they have seams, but you really don't see it affect the cars too much. It's not really super wide, but it's still a seam, and you still could use it to rotate the car, especially in these next gens. You're really gonna want to see that car rotated on exit because they're quite tight coming off the corners on 1.5 miles.
30.532 for Nick Kapiak. That's going to put him P5. So your pole winner tonight is going to be Jonathan Parker. A 30.390. Five-minute warm-up session. While these guys have 5 minutes. Get their last-minute practice laps figured out. And I think this is a great opportunity, Traver. We just watched qualifying, of course. Who do you like? Who do you have as your pick to win tonight's event?
We did just watch qualifying, and I'm gonna look at Pacey Wygant. Point out earlier that Michigan's a real strong suit for him, and that usually translates to Kansas as well. So I'm gonna look towards him to take the dub tonight.
Brett's gonna hate me for allowing this because I've told Brett he can't pick Pacey and Jonathan Parker because he picked them every single week. But I'm gonna allow you to pick Pacey. I'm still not gonna go down that road because I know they're beatable, and I'm telling you, one guy who is so good at these kind of races, he's come up so close so many times, struggling a little bit in practice. He did win a road course event just a couple weeks ago. Hunter Peach, he is my pick to win. I know for a fact he loves racing these kind of races. He is so fast, super aggressive. Hunter Peach is the one that I'm picking as my pick to win. But I'm telling you, there's a couple of other guys I really have my mind on. Giovanni Klein, a lot of speed. He's been really impressing me a lot lately. Showing up in Saturday nights as well, doing a great job. I think Giovanni is going to be one to watch out for sure tonight. So I say really watch out for that 84 as well.
I'll be honest, I heard the Jonathan Parker one. I didn't hear that we weren't allowed to pick Pacey, so. But hey, you know what? Cat's out of the bag. I'm gonna roll with it.
That's alright. I mean, you don't commentate these races regularly. I'll allow it. But I mean, you know, they're beatable. They are. We've witnessed it, and you know, it's they are such great drivers, both of them. Pacey Wygant, Jonathan Parker. I mean, first of all, the Daytona Road Course. I have no idea how Jonathan Parker was able to still win that race, despite the fact that he won the pole, spun out lap 1, turn 1, then about halfway spun out again right after his pit stop in turn 1, still drove that thing like he stole it, and won the race. There were no cautions that event. It's a road course, no cautions.
Yeah, and I think one true test of driver skill, in my opinion, is, you know, you could be great on road and you could be great on oval, but if you can be great at both, I mean, that's just those are the real wheelmans, in my opinion. Wheelmen, that's the correct plural.
See, I'm not a wheelman in your opinion then, because I am mediocre on ovals and trash on roads, so. You've got a pretty good road background though.
Oh yeah, I would say I'm definitely a little more comfortable with road than oval. I would say as far as skill goes, I think I have a little more on oval, but because oval drivers really tend to specialize with oval racing, my road skill shines a little bit more. But also when it comes to road, if you just keep it clean, don't overdrive yourself, you're usually going to get a good finish no matter what.
Yeah, despite the fact that I'm not really good at road courses, I have a lot of fun driving them. Try and figure them out. It is different. It makes you really have to think and you know, be as perfect as you can, especially with the no cautions. You don't get a break. It's except when you come into pit, which is maybe for 10 seconds, you know, so it is a whole different type of racing, and I love watching the road racing events.
Yeah, different mentality for the races for sure. When you don't have any sort of yellows that can help you out, especially hard on endurance races too. Because when you're having to hand it off to the next guy, you want to push because you know there isn't going to be a yellow to help you out. But at the same time, you got to hand it off to the next driver who's, you know, with a clean car. Make sure he has a chance to get in it. So,
Still Chapel fastest in that little warm-up session. Let's go ahead and take a look at our starting lineup. And starting on the pole, of course, is Jonathan Parker. Giovanni Klein will start second. Third will be Cole Snyder. Pacey Wygant starting fourth. Fifth place, Nick Capiak. Chase McGuire starting in sixth place. Seventh, Jose Ruiz. Zachary Meredith, eighth. Ninth, Dylan Chappell. And Jimmy Mensch will start 10th. And Draper. I think we've lost Draper. Braden Holt, Jamil Hawkins, Hunter Peach, Josh Arnold, Nathan Lehman, Kyle Tubb, 15th and 16th. Row 9, 17th, Justin Quimby, and John Phillips, and 18th. And 19th, Hunter Senior, Donnie Kite, 20th, Kenneth Cheney, 21st, Mike Campbell, 22nd, and 23rd is Noah Blackwell.
Okay, I am back. I apologize.
Oh, good. Hunter Senior is going to be starting from the pits, it appears.
I am also not seeing Noah Blackwell on track right now.
I am not either. So we're getting ready for the NJB Designs 189. 126 laps around mile and a half in Kansas City, Kansas. In sim date is April 20th. It is 7:40 p.m. We should see a transition into the night time. Ambient temp 79 degrees Fahrenheit with a track temp of 80 and wind blowing consistently 8 miles per hour towards the from west to east. So they're going to be fighting a headwind getting into 3. I've heard a lot of drivers complaining about tightness. Could very well be why. In 3, that is.
Yeah, these cars are also just naturally tight with these fixed setups as well.
That too.
They're stiff.
I much prefer driving these cars with open setups. Base cars in though, we're getting ready. Green flags in the air. We're underway here at Kansas. Cole Snyder had a great jump. Able to get clear of 6. Giovanni Klein falling back as Nick Kapiak actually now under pressure, or giving pressure to Giovanni Klein. Cole Snyder caught the wall a little bit.
Ooh, Giovanni caught the wall a little bit too, coming off 4. We look 3 wide. Pacey wide, you're going to shoot the gap there for 4. Not quite going to get to the inside of Giovanni Klein.
As a result, is under fire from Jose Ruiz. Nick Kapiak and Giovanni Klein still side by side for 3rd place.
A lot of guys down on the bottom there trying to protect those tires, I'm assuming. But naturally, Kansas, you're going to have the high line be the fastest. That's what Jonathan Parker is showing us right now.
He's doing a great job running that line as well, just holding them back. Giovanni Klein, Cole Snyder, nose to tail. Oh, Klein in the wall hard. It's actually going to help Cole Snyder, where he no longer has to play defense at the moment. He can just focus forward, go try to play offense, get past Jonathan Parker.
Going to allow Hapiak to play offense on Giovanni Klein there. Hapiak's happy to run that bottom lane, pun unintended.
Yeah, that pun just made me want to yak. Pun intended.
Getting it going early. All right, love to hear. Field starting to single out there. It said Hapiak, the only one running that bottom line. That's going to allow Pacey Wygant to cruise through on the top side there. You know, natural or conventional wisdom would tell you that you always want to be on the bottom if you're trying to save your tire. But with these next gens, they're so temperature sensitive that it's almost not worth being on that bottom because of how much it heats up the right front. And so now we're seeing majority of the field on that top line, except for a few trying to get out of the wake there of the car ahead.
Everybody really still running single file, but these top 5 so close to each other, and you can even go further back. Everybody's just right here, holding pace with Jonathan Parker, not letting him get too far away.
Well, no one's really breaking away from anyone right now. Essentially, the top 16 are really just in one big pack right now. Or one, not one big pack, but one long single file train, more like. But they're all tied together in a way.
Well, it's kind of like the draft at Daytona Talladega, where they're just running around the high line. Nobody's making a move; it's just all kind of riding. Right now, it's Zachary Meredith pulls down to the inside, and Giovanni Klein.
That's kind of the racing that NASCAR's been trying to get for a long time. And, you know, they finally achieved it with these next-gen cars. Not exactly single file, but having kind of a long strung pack going, essentially. Pacey Wygant scraping the wall there off of turn 2.
Ever so slightly.
Ever so slightly get away with it all the time in these cars. I've seen guys pancake the wall and somehow end up getting no damage.
Hunter Peach is on the move. He started 13th. He's up to P8, putting pressure on Jamil Hawkins. Try to get up into 7th place. I mentioned he is good at this kind of racing. And he's making pace early.
I tell you, the first true gap, I would say, is Jamil Hawkins kind of falling off the back of Zachary Meredith there by about half a second, looks like. A little less than that, actually. Or a little more than that, I mean.
Jamil, I think, got tight.
Yeah. He's not quite getting that rear end turn. Hunter Peach is going to go to the inside. He might clear him, go before the corner here, and he does. Hunter Peach up to 7th.
Josh Arnold started 14th, still in 14th place, but I'm telling you, one thing we know about Josh Arnold, he is really good when it comes to long runs. He was fiery fast on Pocono on the long runs, and that helped set him up in a position to have a chance at winning the race, ultimately finishing second to Nick Capiak. Right now, Josh Arnold taking his time, just hanging back there.
Up for third, Pacey Wygant's gonna pull a massive slide job on Giovanni Klein and makes it work. That was textbook. Going into 3 and 4. I mean, that's really the only way to pass once you get everyone calmed down, single file down on the top side. That was just a fantastic move. A little risky early in the race, you know, you worry some guys might not back off for you, but Giovanni willing to let it slide there.
Now Nick Capiak underneath Klein. Zachary Meredith still rolling the high line underneath Klein. This might cost Tapiak a position here. Yes, it will. Meredith drives on by.
Oh, Meredith's down on the wall. Tapiak's going to get that spot back. And Giovanni Klein's been blanking out a couple of times. Hopefully that settles down for him. And now Jamil Hawkins under attack from Hunter Peach again.
Yeah,
Just gonna go down the inside. Doesn't decide to pull the slide job there.
Yeah, I noticed Hawkins was able to get back past Hunter Peach. Not exactly sure what happened, but Hunter Peach, he's still trying.
In case you haven't had one eye on the scoring tower, Jonathan Parker's pulled out a 1.1 second lead there.
Oh yeah, he's been the fastest car on track. Actually, 0.2 faster than our second place runner, Cole Snyder, that last time by. Jonathan Parker, the alien. He's out front. Still doing alien things. Nick Kapiak took a peek underneath Meredith. That's all it was, just a peek.
Yeah, and as those guys are battling, Jamil Hawkins has turned on the jets a bit. Starting to close down Giovanni Klein here. Look out for a couple of cars to join this train.
It looks like it's not just going to be Hawkins, it's going to be Peach and Chapel as well. Jonathan Parker continues to pull away. We're about to have second through ninth, all under a blanket.
And just looking at the track conditions too, track depth started at 80 and has gone up to 82 after the sun has gone down. Not sure how that works, iRacing, but sure, we'll roll with it. I guess you could factor in the cars going around the track, but heating it up a bit, but I don't know. Never thought that went into consideration with a track temp.
Jamil Hawkins underneath Giovanni Klein. I noticed Klein had caught the wall again.
Yeah, it's been falling back. Just gotta get that rhythm back a bit. As we got a battle for second place here. Oh, they're looking to go 3 wide. Thought Pacey Wygant might be on the outside of Cole Snyder there, but just taking a peek.
Oh, Snyder caught the wall. Wygant's going to look to the inside. So does Happyack.
There will be a gap for Wygant to slide up.
Oh, did Cole Snyder catch the wall again?
Yeah, Snyder had a decent hit there on that right side. I'm not seeing any damage, but that luck will eventually run out.
Yeah, you catch it enough times, it will start to cause some wheel damage.
Jamil Hawkins looking to the inside. He does make it work, and Cole Snyder's really dropping back. Either he does have damage or he's lost that right front tire, but he's really struggling for grip on the exit, not able to get that rear end around enough to be able to rotate it through the corner here.
Hunter Peach trying to get past Cole Snyder, and going to be to the inside of Nick Kapiak, who I believe just caught the wall. So Hunter Peach passes 2 of them. Now we're 3 wide. Dylan Chapel underneath Snyder and Happyak. Happyak gets cleared. Giovanni Klein now on the outside. Snyder backs out of it, so 2 abreast now with Chappell and Klein.
And Cole Snyder, having with such difficulties getting the car rotated, he's now shifting down to 4th mid-quarter. You wonder, too, he's been running in 2nd, had fairly clean air. Might have just knocked his rhythm getting back in this pack right now. Just not used to, hadn't had the rhythm of being in the pack all night so far.
I'm wondering, is there can't really get a good angle, but I do believe that there is quite a bit of damage on the right side of that 24 machine.
Well, if there is, I'm not seeing it, but there could definitely be some wheel damage. Pacey Wygen just slid right in front of Zachary Meredith. They are 3 wide on the front straight for 2nd.
With Jamil Hawkins on the inside.
Where did Jamil Hawkins come from? This has been a great run, great stretch for him.
I think he started 12th place.
Wygen had a solid hit to that turn 2 wall. And Wygen definitely has some damage on that right side.
A little bit. See,
yeah, it's just a scrape on that right rear, but I mean, with these how aero sensitive these cars are, when you don't have that right side, when you have just a little bit of right side damage, it feels like you don't even have a spoiler anymore. So that's gonna hurt him for sure. Had that damage in Auto Club in the SAC Cup Series, and it just felt like I had a car that was about 0.3 slower every lap. It doesn't look like much, but it really affects the car.
So this is actually going to put Wygen just in front of Hunter Peach. Hunter is looking to the inside. Been tucked back in the line.
As they battle for, I believe that's 4th up there with Wygen. You know, some F1 fans would have heard of a Truly train. We got a Giovanni train going on right now.
I'm not an F1 fan. I don't know who Truly is, but I just noticed some contact in the background. That was between Lehman and Kenneth Cheney.
And then right behind them, you had some contact between Chase McGuire and Kyle Tom. A little bit of side drafting. Kyle Tom, or McGuire just kind of made a little bit of contact and it ended up dragging Tom down the track. But no harm from either one there. Sure, neither driver's going to be too happy about it, but no damage from either of them. Well, Tom just hit the wall. He might have some damage from that.
He's falling back quite a bit.
As I'm distracted by that, Pacey Wygen's conceded 4th place, and Hunter Peach is now on the inside of Zachary Meredith for 3rd. Meredith's going to let him slide up coming out of the corner there. Give him a bit of a bump draft. I think just about everyone now is shifting down to to fourth mid quarter with how much the grip has fallen off here.
Right on board with Hunter Peach here.
Well, you went on board with the one guy who's not doing it, so...
Oh, we got the wall, though.
Really making me look bad up here, TV director.
Right on board with Jonathan Parker. Who also appears to be staying in fifth.
You know what? I may have been wrong. Honestly, if you save that right front a bit and not having too much trouble rotating the car, you're going to stay in fifth because it's going to save those rear tires a lot better. But if you're having trouble rotating, you're going to go down to fourth. And those guys who have been back in the pack and having to struggle with that wake and been, having that arrow push, they're going to have used up that right front a lot more.
Riding on board with Jamil Hawkins, he is fourth gear all around the track?
That is unconventional.
What?
Yeah, he did the same thing in
Caution!
qualifying. Oh, we got a yellow.
Pacey Wygen. And let's see here. Oh, Wygen was in the wall. Flying with a little bump, blinked out, made contact, and that was definitely a whole lot of net code there. Is Ruiz?
Oh, yeah.
I think that was Ruiz also there.
I just saw 3 cars basically net code through each other. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Shades of NASCAR 15.
That's where most of these guys started racing each other too. NASCAR 15, Xbox 360 days.
Nice.
It's actually how I know a lot of these guys. Josh Arnold, Nick Capiak, Cole Snyder, Dylan Chappell. List goes on. Donnie Kite.
Well, that's going to bring everyone down to pit road. Of course, 38 laps into a run. Even I'm not crazy enough to try a strategy like that, staying out. But, yeah.
Yeah, no question about it what you're taking here. 4 tires, fuel, and going out there. Race off pit road. It's Jonathan Parker, but Hunter Peach, wow! Hunter was there. Parker, Peach, Meredith, Chappell, McGuire, Tubb, Holt, Hawkins, Kite, and Mensch. Top 10. So far it's been Jonathan Parker leading all of them up to this point. 40 laps complete, 86 to go. We're going to restart with 85. Jonathan Parker, Hunter Peach, front row. Zachary Meredith, Dylan Chappell, row 2. Row 3 is Chase McGuire and Kyle Tubb. Row 4, Braden Holt, Donnie Kite. Row 5, Justin Quimby and Mike Campbell. This guy's had a pretty long run to start the race. I'm very curious, now that these guys have long run under their belt, what they're going to do from here on out, see if they can figure out how to keep Jonathan Parker much closer into the picture. This pace car is making his way down to the safety of pit road. 85 laps to go this time. Green flag back out. And I think everybody got caught sleeping there. Meredith's going to get past Hunter Peach. And Peach running the bottom line. He's going to slide up in front of Chapel. Chapel gets to the outside.
Got some new players after these pit stops here. Braden Holtz made his way up to the 6th position right now. As well as Di9 up in... Or excuse me, he is in the 7th position. Or 6th position. Braden Holt is in 7th.
Kai having himself a pretty good run so far.
Dylan Chappell up to 4th as well. Right on the back of Hunter Peach.
Josh Arnold trying to make some moves. He was just up top. He's going to drop down to the bottom. Look at that old 4 car as well, Jamil Hawkins. He is running the high line, and everybody's going down to the bottom right now.
He's looking to pick up 3 spots, not quite going to get to the outside of Tom, and actually he would have got to the outside, but I think he was expecting Tom to slide up in front of him, and Kyle Tom did not. So he just ended up following him in the middle lane coming out the corner, but now he gets in, and he's going to look to the outside of the 54.
Giovanni Klein also running the high line. He gained 5 positions that last lap, where Hawkins gained 4. These two drivers, they're doing what they've been doing all race long. Everybody else just running the bottom. So 7th and 8th is Hawkins and Klein. Hawkins now going down to the bottom. Hunter Sr. to the outside of Holt. Battle for 9th. And they are 3 wide. That's not it. 3 wide back here. The Capiak. Josh Arnold. Jose Ruiz.
And Josh Arnold gonna go to that outside. He finds a speed strip up there. And gonna be able to get to the outside of 54.
Oh. Kyle Tubb loose. He just was on the apron there. And Nick Capiak's going to go around. Lehman hard into the wall. Caution.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, that's why he was loose. I'm actually going to back this up just a little bit.
Yeah, Jose Ruiz gets into the side of him. Looks like everyone saves it. And then 76.
I don't think
I
Cheney.
think he.
I don't think Cheney realized what was going on.
Yeah, I think he probably saw the original contact, but I think after that point he thought everyone had got going. But in the meantime, Tob was still saving it, and yeah, Happy got up to the back of Tob and had to check up because Tob was not back up to speed yet, and Cheney just wasn't expecting that second checkup there.
Riding on board with Cheney.
Oh, yeah, that's major damage to Happy and Nathan Lehman. Just an innocent bystander up there.
Pit road is open, and some drivers, most of them coming in. Meredith, Kite, and Holt stay out.
Another innocent victim of that wreck, Justin Quimby, who almost got through it and then had Nathan Lehman, Nick Happyack, slide down the track and absolutely destroyed that right front.
Chase McGuire, Giovanni Klein, Dylan Chappell. First three off pit road, followed by Jonathan Parker. I'm going to bet that there was some no tires and fuel only taken there. First one out on 4 tires is going to be Jonathan Parker, Hunter Peach.
Yeah, and there are 22 cars started this race, and I count 7 on pit road that was fixing damage. So that wreck took out or certainly set back a lot of players in this race.
Still on pit road, Quimby, Lehman, and Happyack, and I believe they're going to go a lap down. No, Happyack actually rolling on pit road now. He's got quite a bit of front end damage on that 6 machine.
He's got damage, but it'll still be at least drivable for a bit. His steering wheel's straight, so that's the good news. You know, a lot of times they'll let you off pit road and your steering wheel's completely upside down, but at least going straight, he's only at about 1 o'clock right now, so that's not completely terrible. Hopefully it's something he'll be able to get fixed by the end of this race, but with the green flag run that we had early in the race, that might suggest that we'll have another one coming.
Yeah, they say cautions breed cautions. This is caution number 2. We had a really long run to start the race off. And, you know, these guys here in the NAOR series, if I'm going to bank on a very long green flag run in any of the leagues we broadcast, I'm going to say it's right here, the NAOR series. These guys are really amazing, and what they do. We have a lot of great leagues on JCTV. And Meredith, he is going to restart on the top side. Donnie Kite going to be on the bottom. Holt, McGuire make up row 2. Chappell and Klein, row 3. Jonathan Parker, Hunter Peach, row 4. First one's on 4 fresh tires. And then Snyder and Hawkins, row 5.
So yeah, Zachary Meredith, first time we've seen him, assume the first time we've seen anyone except for Jonathan Parker in the lead tonight.
I'm curious what these guys are going to do. Jonathan Parker back there.
This is going to be interesting to see Parker and Peach race through the traffic here as well, if they can.
Restart zone, green flag back out.
Outside lane, considering they had the leader on the outside, didn't really get going there in the midfield. That set back Hunter Peach a bit.
Comes Cole Snyder underneath Jonathan Parker.
Yeah, if there was ever a time to challenge Parker, this is it right here. In the middle of traffic, all about what lane you pick.
Still side by side. Both of them really know where to go as Chapel and Klein side by side just ahead of them. Jonathan Parker gets clear. Snyder loses a couple positions, and now Jonathan Parker trying to take a peek on the outside of Chapel, who's got a run on Giovanni Klein.
Tell you what, I'm really liking Jamil Hawkins right now. He's been able to, the first run, he was able to show his long run speed, save that car for the end of the run, and right now he's showing his short run speed right now, challenging Parker.
Fastest car on track last time by. This time by, it actually goes to Chase McGuire, but the fastest lap in the race actually turned by Giovanni Klein. 30.333. And that was way earlier in the race. Hunter Peach, after not a great restart, able to get past Cole Snyder. See if we can run down these guys ahead of him. Jamil Hawkins, Jonathan Parker.
At this point, the sun has gone completely down. Yet we started the race at 79 ambient, and now it's down to 78, which as a West Coast guy makes zero sense to me. When the sun goes down, it's supposed to get cooler. What is this? Humidity? I don't get it. The weather in the Midwest makes no sense to me.
Makes perfect sense to me. Chase McGuire under attack from Jonathan Parker. McGuire actually
really the first move that Parker's been able to make. He kind of just settled down there, been riding that high side, and McGuire got trapped on the bottom there.
And McGuire actually lost a couple positions. Giovanni Klein, Dylan Chapel, and then fell victim to Jonathan Parker as well.
Oh, and I think Jamil Hawkins expected him to go back to the high side. As they both went low, Hawkins had to check up a bit, and he's got Hunter Peach right behind him, looking to make a move. Ooh, Hunter Peach might clear him here if he wants to slide up. He doesn't. Donnie Knight.
He's falling back now.
There is no N in that name. Why did I say Knight?
You are not the first one. You will not be left. They're 3 wide!
Hunter Peach has been making that bottom work maybe better than anyone. As, Donnie Kite had to check up for the 9 there. The 9 got a little tight coming off the corner. Kite tried to slide into a hole that would have been there if the 9 got better exit. Jonathan Parker, meanwhile, up ahead, has gone 3 wide to the bottom and made it work as their contact.
I just barely saw that. I don't know if you guys at home saw that, but Camera angle was not very good there. And that contact happened. It was between Klein and Chapel. Hunter Peach
making the bottom work again. Trying to clear Giovanni Klein. He will slide up this time, and he will take that spot. He gets a love tap from Klein there. Probably not too happy about that. Never happy when you get a car sliding up in front of you to force you to check up. But around Kansas, when it's tough to pass like this, that's really the only way.
Hawkins also able to get past Klein there. So Jonathan Parker up to third. He is running down Braden Holt. Taking a peek to the inside. Holt not giving him a ton of room, but giving him enough. They'll be side by side.
Don't think he'll be clear. Oh, he's just barely clear. Wow. Well done from Jonathan Parker. And Hunter Peach was within distance of him for most of this run, but Parker's really pulled it out here on these last couple laps.
And Peach nowhere to go as Chapel and Holt are side by side for third. Chapel gets ahead of Holt. Now Peach takes a look to the inside. He might be able to slide up.
Yes, sir. Peach was being a little conservative with those slide jobs earlier in this run, but I think he's seen Parker getting away, and yeah, he really has no choice but to be a little more aggressive right now. About halfway through the race, I believe, a little past halfway.
Jonathan Parker has caught up to Zachary Meredith. He's taking a peek to the inside. Going into turn 3. Meredith as close to the wall as he possibly can get. Parker's going to slide up, though. New race leader. And Zachary Meredith pulls to the inside. Does not want to let that lead go. Meredith not able to drive it in deep as he wanted to. As Parker also drive it in pretty deep as well. Parker will have...
Peach grab the wall there coming off of turn 2. It's going to allow Hawkins get a run, but he won't do anything with it. Stays in line.
Chapel and Meredith side by side for second place. Chapel.
Peach is just looking for a hole right now as he's seeing Parker drive off into the sunset. Or drive off into the moonlight, I should say.
I was thinking of something. I couldn't think of something quick enough. Hunter Peach. He is holding on to third place right now. Hawkins is quick, though.
Zachary Meredith really starting to fall off of the car ahead of him that has similar tires there of Dylan Chapel. And he's actually going to brush the wall here. Jamal Hawkins been able to get by Hunter Peach there for third.
He's got a lot of long run pace, does Hawkins. I'm wondering, I mean, we saw Jonathan Parker pull out to a huge lead earlier in the race. But Hawkins, he started the race in 12th, had to work his way up to the front. I'm wondering if now that he's kind of up here, if he's able to get past Chapel pretty quickly with not a huge fight, if it'll be Hawkins that's able to run down Jonathan Parker over the course of this run.
Yeah, they've both really kind of stalled out Hawkins and Peach behind Dylan Chapel right now. And in fact, I think Hawkins has lost a bit of time on Chapel there, so Oh, Hawkins get a little high. Not sure if he touched the wall or not, but that's going to allow Peach to get a run. He goes to the inside here in the trioval.
A huge run by that 45 as well. Hunter Peach side by side.
Best car on the bottom versus one of the fastest cars tonight. He will slide up in front of Hawkins. Great move.
That was pretty incredible there. Hunter Peach getting past Hawkins. You know, Josh Arnold not far behind either. He is currently in 5th place. Running these guys down. One thing iRacing introduced earlier this week was rain to the sim. It is not on ovals or available for the NASCAR vehicles. Currently only road. Hopefully we see it added to, or road cars. Hopefully we see it added to NASCAR for the road races soon. I think it'll be a lot of fun to see what some of these guys can do. And with that being said, you know, so no weather tonight as far as rain or lightning in the area. Not going to give any spoilers or anything, but you know, currently the ARCA event is under a weather delay for lightning. So, you know,
no. Anyway.
I was going to say, if you know, you're joining us because you can't watch ARCA, we definitely appreciate it. And, you know, one of our colleagues, Brayton Laster, actually a part of the event. I said no spoilers, but honestly, I'm not really sure how he was doing. I kind of have it on the side, but I've not been paying attention to it.
Glad to see that there's no clash between ARCA and JCTV right now. Weather delays are unfortunate, but sometimes they can be a blessing.
JCTV clears. 49 laps to go here from Kansas in the NJB Designs 189. And check out Noah Blackwell's work at NJB Designs on pretty sure Instagram, Twitter, or X, whatever you call it now. And I believe he has a website too, NJB Designs, with 2 S's. That is not a typo, what you see up on screen. It is with 2 S's. NJBdesigns.com. We got a battle for second place, Chapel. He got real tight there off exit of 2. Hunter Peach to the inside, and Hawkins, he's wanting a piece of this as well.
Yeah, I tell you what, Dylan Chappell has been running just a perfect race on those older tires in front of Peach and Hawkins, but just had that one slip up. It actually all started on the entry last lap in 1 and 2. He just took a little too much speed, brushed the wall in the center of the corner, had no speed on exit. Allows Peach and Hawkins to move through.
Now Hawkins taking a peek underneath Hunter Peach. Hawkins wants that second position. One is all the way at the bottom, one is all the way at the wall. Not going to see a slide job, and Hunter Peach able to get back past Hawkins, maybe. No, they're still side by side. Great side draft by Hawkins on that front straightaway.
Yeah, and it allows Chappell to come back and have a say at this. Hawkins takes the spot on the bottom.
And Hawkins immediately goes back down to the bottom. Peach staying high. And actually, you know, Chappell running even higher. And guys, Traver, I don't know if you've noticed this. I certainly didn't. But at some point, Pacey Wychant got past Josh Arnold And he's closing in on these three right here. Still a little ways back, but he's closing in.
Man, that's a heck of an effort so far. With still got a bit of left rear damage and right rear damage. But yeah, heck of an effort from him right now.
Chapel just got back past Peach.
Yeah, that was what I was just about to mention there. I think Peach may have had a mistake in the last corner. Yeah, just got a little too high light wall brush for him.
We got a whole cluster of cars back here. Hunter Sr., just out of Meredith, Ruiz, Phillips, McGuire.
This is the Kansas that everyone came to see. Multi-groove. 10 cars or something like that under a blanket. I can't count.
Several of them.
More than 2.
Ruiz underneath Meredith. This is battle for 10th place. What in the world? Some just happened to John Phillips. He was just 12th, and now he is 19th.
Huh.
I don't see anything. It blinked a little bit. But on my screen, like, he just started losing pieces of his car. And
I mean, he just blinked out and all of a sudden he's back to 19th.
I don't... What? Well, there he's losing... He just completely lost his back bumper there in the replay. Blinks out again. And now he's got
We have a first car to pit road here, Giovanni Klein. Not Giovanni Klein, excuse me. Braden Holt. Both have white and green cars. One's a Camaro. I should be able to differentiate between two.
Braden Holt.
I am
Slides
going back to John Phillips. I am not seeing any damage on my end. So I'm not sure what's going on.
Yeah, they're like...
In fact,
the pieces flew off of his car, but they're now back. This time by it's Meredith and Mensch that come down pit road, and I kind of did cut you off there, so go ahead and finish what you were saying. I'm sorry.
oh, I forgot what I was saying because I just got distracted at the quote that you just said. I don't think I've ever heard anyone say that before.
What's that?
The pieces were flying off the car and now they're back.
Yeah, I mean... there was debris all over the track, I'm telling you.
Okay, so, for Braden Holt, First car to pit. I don't believe anyone has followed him in yet, but correct. Oh, I am wrong. Jimmy Minch
Meredith.
as well as Zachary Meredith. Holt will get by Minch, but Meredith will hold on to the first car of those who had pitted.
I am really impressed with Chappell right now. He is battling with Hawkins. Chappell...
He is held on... sorry for cutting you off there. He has held on to his tires so well tonight.
And Chappell, he did pit under that last caution, but I think he got fuel only based off the... actually, he might have just taken right sides. I think he got right sides. It was not quick enough to be fuel only, but it was definitely not a 4-tire stop.
Well, I'll tell you what, if for any other competitors who may have seen that, that might be the way to go.
Caution!
Yellow.
Phillips.
Oh, Giovanni Klein. Looks like Phillips may have just... Yeah, Phillips just comes up into him coming off of turn 2. Yeah, unfortunately, those who pitted so far are not happy about that yellow coming out.
Yeah, they're lap down. And the free pass is actually going to be Nick Kapiak, so nobody that just came down pit road is going to be beneficiary of that. They will be able to get wave around. Well, I have to start at the tail end.
They will be able to get the wave around, but they will have to start at the tail end, and they'll have a couple lap older tires, which really isn't much of a penalty, but, you know, whenever you're a lap down, you'd like to be able to, starting in the back, like to be able to at least have some fresh tires. But hey, if you're someone in the back right now, and you saw what Dylan Chappell did that last yellow, this might be the time to take right sides, because that seems like if you can hang on to your tires, that's strategy that works, is here they come to pit road.
Parker, Hawkins, Chappell, Wygant, Kite, Ruiz, Arnold, McGuire, Tubb, and Senior. The race off pit road. It was pretty close between Chappell and Hawkins. And Hunter Peach, he is in pit road. Still, long time. Currently 52 seconds and counting for the 45.
Huh. He did get into the wall a couple times, but I didn't expect to see any damage being taken. In fact, he actually had the left sides up on that car. Oh no, excuse me, that's just iRacing playing tricks on me. Yeah, he must have been taking damage or something. But I'm not seeing any damage on the car, so yeah. These next gens are weird when it comes to damage. Oh, I see it now. Yep, he's got a bit of right rear scrapes. So that should get completely fixed for him, I believe. So we'll have downforce, but unfortunately he'll have to come through the field on that. That definitely makes sense why he fell off of Hawkins and Chappell so much there.
Yeah, for sure. And there's going to be 30 laps at the line. 29 to go when they restart. It's going to be a pretty big stretch for Hunter Peach to compete for the race win. Looks like he's going to restart in 14th position.
Well, he started the race in 16th, so if anyone can do it, it certainly... Or it started the race in 13th, so if anyone can do it, it's definitely him. He came through the field just straight up on pace, so yeah, he's shown that he can do it before.
Jonathan Parker and Jamil Hawkins will be the front row. Dylan Chappell, Pacey Wygant, row 2. Donnie Kite and Jose Ruiz, row 3. I can count. Arnold and McGuire, row 4. So it will be 29 laps to go when these guys take the green flag. This is caution number 3 for a total of 11 laps. Pace car makes its way to the safety of pit road. And Jonathan Parker inside restart zone. Green flags waving.
Parker chose the bottom and gets clear immediately, goes to the top side there.
I'm sorry, Chappell loose. He slid all the way down. Incredible save by Chappell. Cold tires. Jamil Hawkins now holding second place. Oh, Josh Arnold is loose.
Wow, big slide coming off the quarter there.
It's one way to warm up the tires.
Not the way you want him to get warmed up. Big move for second here. Jamil Hawkins on the outside. Oh, can't quite get to the outside. Pacey Wygant up to second. How about it? Big comeback drive for him.
This is incredible. It's one of the cautions earlier. Now in P2, running down Jonathan Parker. Hawkins almost brushed the wall.
Donnie Kite up to third.
Fast lane Mustang is fast. Three wide back here for 10th, 9th, Holt, Meredith. It was Cheney as well. Pacey Wygant trying to stay in the tire tracks of Jonathan Parker, getting the draft on the straightaways. He is closing in little by little on Jonathan Parker. Fastest car on track right now is Pacey Wygant. It was not much of a difference, but Wygant was quicker.
Jamil Hawkins has been trying that bottom lane for at least 2 laps in a row, and probably longer because my memory isn't great. But he just cannot find a way by Donnie Kite, and in fact, he better watch out because Dylan Chappell's been closing in as well. Dylan Chappell has a bit of right rear damage, just a tiny bit, so he'll be losing a bit of side force, but well done considering the speed that he's still carrying.
And he's got Josh Arnold closing in as well. Josh Arnold trying to make some noise, getting into the top 5.
Whoa, Zach Meredith! Kevin Chaney slides down right in front of Zach Meredith on the bottom. And,
Contact!
Oh! Hunter Peach says, I need this spot. Takes it.
Oh, he's gonna go hard into the wall! Wow!
Just listening to the radio messages there. Hunter Peach, not happy. But my favorite was from John Phillips there. Can we watch the language, guys? But yeah, just over aggressiveness there. I think from Ken Chaney, went down the block, didn't quite block the 45, and then the 45, because he's entering the quarter so low, really has to check up, hits the apron a little bit, and he's just right in front of Ken Chaney. Chaney doesn't lift at all for him and takes him out. But it's hard to expect Hunter Peach there to be getting loose on the apron. Given, yeah. That's just a tough situation all around, just guys being really aggressive at the end.
So, Jonathan Parker and Dylan Chappell stayed out here. And I'm wondering if it's because, of course, Jonathan Parker took 4 tires earlier where everybody else did not.
And I believe Hunter Sr. took right sides. Correct me if I'm wrong, Josh.
No, Senior fuel only 3.8 seconds. Donnie Kite, I'm going to guess
wow.
right sides. 9.5 seconds was his pit stop.
And then Pacey Wygen, I believe, will be the first car off with 4 tires.
My telemetry right now is a little interesting. Let's see here. It will be Pacey Wygant, Jamil Hawkins, Josh Arnold, Chase McGuire, Braden Holt. All those guys are on 4 tires. So, Donnie Kite, Hunter Sr. Yeah. Senior gained 10 positions there. I'm going to guess his was strictly fuel only. Donnie Kite was right sides. This is going to be interesting.
I can confirm Senior fuel only there, just looking at the replay of his pit stop. That would interest me. I thought they would be definitely good on fuel from here, but maybe a little bit of saving going on. Parker will have the best tires out of anyone before we commence the pit stops there, just because he's been out front. Haven't had to deal with any aero wash. He should have been able to protect his stuff a lot better, so I'm not too worried about his tires, but it's definitely going to spice things up. He won't have as easy of a time as he has had, I don't think.
It's going to be a very interesting 17 laps to go when they go back green. Just took 18 to go there, but of course it'll be 1 to green. So Parker taking the bottom. Chappell is the other one that makes up row 1. Donnie Kite, Hunter Sr., row 2. 2 tires for Kite, 0 tires for Senior, and 4 tires in row 3 for both Wygant and Hawkins. Can you say chaos?
I absolutely can.
I think that's what it's going to be. So, here we go. Pace car is in. Jonathan Parker leading us back to the green. It's waving. Donnie Kite, what a great restart. That outside line was not ready. Now Kite pulling to the inside. Donnie Kite side by side with Jonathan Parker. And Pacey Wygant right there as well, wasting no time. Kite, he's looking to slide up. He's going to do it.
We have a new race leader. Donnie Kite. Jonathan Parker's going to slide down to the inside now. And he will clear Kite coming off the corner here. Kite with those 2 tires able to get that track position to second. Had the lead for just a second there. Now he's side by side. Pacey Wygant will be licking his chops right now.
Yeah, Wygant loves to see the side by side battle between these guys. They're 3 wide behind him as well. Kite settling in behind Jonathan Parker.
Yeah, Jamil Hawkins with these Ford Fresh tires has to get by Hunter Sr. right now. He's trying his best, but Hunter Sr.'s putting up a good fight so far.
Senior doing a great job staying there in 4th place. And really, it's... nobody's able to get a huge run on anybody else. Kite, he's staying there in the tire tracks of Parker. Fastest car that last time by was Jonathan Parker. Kite trying to run the bottom. He's trying anything he possibly can.
Hawkins to the inside now of Senior, and he is clear of him right now. Will he be cleared by quarter exit? He will be. Slides up, takes the spot. Senior gonna look back to the inside. He might clear him on the tri-oval here. Going in, he does. I'll tell you what, the longer they battle, the quicker Hawkins' tire advantage is gonna go away.
No doubt. And Senior now going to have to tuck in behind Hawkins, trying to get a run.
Pacey Wygant goes up to second. Donnie Kite hit the wall coming out of turn 2. That allows Pacey to cruise through into second. And with those 4 fresh tires, he might have something here for Jonathan Parker.
2/10 quicker that last time by is Pacey Wygant over Jonathan Parker. So similar.
Tell you know who's really licking their chops right now? Me, because this is getting real spicy.
And Jonathan Parker actually quicker the last time by over Pacey Wygant. Kite right there with Wygant. Ten to go. Josh Arnold spinning off Zachary Meredith.
Ooh, that was decent contact to the wall by Pacey Wygant and Donnie Kite, I believe. Jamil Hawkins gonna have a run, gonna go to the inside. I mean, that was probably the hardest wall hit that we've seen all night for Pacey Wygant. Other than his true wreck. Jamil Hawkins, he is clear of Wygant. Can he slide up? He will take the spot. Wygant's really getting tight off the quarter. I would not be surprised if he starts falling back. I mean, I'm telling you, that was a decent hit.
Now let's see if Hawkins can reel in Parker. 8 to go. Time is running out.
Donnie Kite was trying to get to the outside of Pacey Wygent. Wygent was not having it. They were running up against the wall in the trial there. Kite does go to the inside, and he should clear him here, possibly. He will slide up, take the spot.
P3 for Donnie Kite. Hawkins is a little bit quicker than Jonathan Parker. I just don't know if there's enough time. He's gaining a ton of time in the corners.
Well, and not only that, but the longer this run goes on, the quicker that tire advantage is going to neutralize. So the gaining, the increments that Hawkins is gaining will probably start to fall off a bit with how cool these track temps are as his tires heat up.
That last time by Hawkins, full 10th quicker than Jonathan Parker. At this point, there is enough time, but getting to him and passing him are two different things. 5 to go.
You know, for a second, I forgot this race was 126 and not 134. Make it 200, man. Keep it simple.
And with the way these guys are running right now, I don't want this said yet.
No, not at all. Give me more and more laps. It's getting juicy. Hawkins faster that time as well.
He's doing
He's having
great.
to run that bottom.
What does Parker do to respond here? Now that Hawkins is actually there. Hawkins still bottom. Parker still running the high side. They're coming to 3 laps to go in the NJB Designs 189.
They'll have a lap car to contend with Giovanni Klein, excuse me. Hawkins is there. He is on the bumper.
Kite is closing in on this battle as well. Hawkins driving it in deep. Still side by side. Not going to be enough to clear yet. 2 to go.
Neck and neck at the line. Parker on the outside. Hawkins on the inside. Parker had to lift a little bit coming out of the corner. He's still going to get enough of a run on the outside to have control right now.
This is going to be interesting as they're coming off turn 4. The white flag is waving. Still side by side for the race lead as Hawkins and Parker. One more lap here at Kansas.
Did Donnie Kite find a hole? He is right on the bumper of the 48.
Hawkins still not clear, sliding up. Kite, he's going to drop all the way to the bottom. They're going to be 3 wide for the race lead here. Donnie Kite, Jamil Hawkins, Jonathan Parker. Kite not able to get clear. They're going to be 3 wide coming across the line. Who's it going to be? It's going to be close. Donnie Kite got him. I think. No, it was Hawkins. Wow.
The second he got him. Okay, a 16th of an inch.
I'm sorry, but did we just watch Atlanta?
Oh my goodness. Have you ever?
Honestly, no, I never. I didn't even get to watch Atlanta.
You know, I thought with coming off of 4 there with Parker on the outside, I thought he might have enough to side draft him, get there. Not quite enough. Jamil Hawkins in the middle there. able to take the win. He had sneaky speed in the early run. Really been, kind of second, third fastest all night. And then able to pull it out with the strategy there at the end, taking the tires. Boom, what a finish.
We're going to take a look at that replay. I just... see here, Hawkins just an incredible side draft on Donnie Kite. Trying to find a good camera angle here. I think this might be the best one. As Hawkins then immediately gets off the side draft of Donnie Kite. And they're coming to the line. The angle I saw, it just looked like Kite was just ahead. And there it is, the difference in what was the winning distance for Hawkins over Kite.
And you know what won it for him? As soon as he side drafts the 2, and as soon as he gets ahead, he starts coming back up the track to get away from that 2 car. A perfect job by him on the front straight.
Man. That was incredible. Let's go take a look at our race results. Jamil Hawkins just edging out Donnie Kite, Jonathan Parker. Basie Wygent finishing 4th. Chase McGuire 5th. Braden Holt 6th. Josh Arnold 7th. John Phillips 8th. Jimmy Mensch 9th. And Jose Ruiz finishes in 10th.
Zach Meredith brings it home in 11th. Kyle Taub finishes 12th. Hunter Sr. going with the fuel only there at the end, comes home 13th. Dylan Chappell in 14th. Cole Snyder ends up 15th after he was qualified 3rd, ran up front early. Fortunately not able to collect the finish there. Mike Campbell in 16th. Justin Quimby comes home in 17th, finishing exactly where he started. Nick Hapiak able to finish on the lead lap. Unfortunately getting caught up in that incident. And other guys who had issues tonight, Giovanni Klein in 19th, 12 laps down. Kenneth Cheney, 20 laps down in 20th. You got Hunter Peach in 21st. Nathan Lehman, 22nd. And Noah Blackwell didn't complete a lap, but that is your field.
We're going to go ahead and talk to our top 3. And start off with Jonathan Parker. Hey, JP, man, what a race. You were dominant all race long, but a little bit of a different strategy there. So I noticed earlier in the race, you took tires where others didn't. Did you have another set of tires in the pits?
Yeah, I expected more than one person to have a soul and stay out and try and do something.
Well, what an incredible battle there between yourself and Hawkins before Kite joined in. I know he had fresher tires, was really pushing. What was it like from your perspective, just trying to hold on to everything you had around that high line?
Yeah, I just had to run the high line and hope the momentum got me, and I was, 14 thousandths short? Yeah, that's about it. Also, needed, I guess, one last lap. That would have helped out too, but yeah, I'm getting pretty fucking tired of having all these fast cars and throwing them away. It gets old real quickly.
Yeah, another third place finish for you. Another quick race. But, things got to change pretty soon, don't you think?
Maybe not with the tracks that are coming up. Who knows what the hell's going to happen. What is it, next week, North Wilkesboro?
Yeah, actually it is North Wilkesboro next week, yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited. Can't pass there. Can't race dirt to save my life, and then I think we got to play track. So, might be a while.
Well, normally is now when I would ask you sponsor shoutouts, but actually Trevor has a question for you.
Oh God.
Yeah, no, I just wanted to ask you at the end there. Usually when you get a finish like that, car on the outside really has an advantage with the side draft. Do you think you just missed out a bit not being close enough to Jamil Hawkins there coming down the front stretch?
It could be a part of it. I just didn't really hook up the beginning of the corner because I didn't really have anything left to battle with. That was my all. That's all I could really do. That's the only thing I really could have done any differently other than have tires. But yeah, I was just in such a bad spot where if I pit, I know half the field's staying out. I'm never going to pass them until it's too late. So it's one of those damned if you do, damned if you don't. I've seen Jimmy lose some races that way, but yeah, I'll try it in Wilkesboro, but I kind of suck there. So who knows?
Sponsor shout outs. Who gets it done for you behind that 48?
I do want to give a huge shout out to Donnie and Jamil there because that was a fun battle, and Jamil's a lot of fun. He's not a full-time driver, which is a shame. It's so much fun to race around, and you guys kind of saw that tonight. I'd like to thank Lowe's Cobalt Tools and Chad and Earl up there, and yeah, that's about it.
All right. I know it's not what you wanted, but another third place finish in a row for you. And we'll see you next week at North Wilkesboro.
10-4.
Jeff Parker, your third place finisher tonight. And we're going to turn things over to Traver, who has Donnie. But before I do that, Donnie, I just want to say incredible run. I actually thought you had it. I called you the race winner.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, Donnie, I gotta ask you, great move coming into the final quarter. Just missed out by 4 thousandths of a second. Do you think you could have done anything different to grab those extra 4 thousandths?
Oh yeah, I mean I could have just missed the bottom, sent both of them up into the wall, see Elvis somewhere, and just went off and won the race.
Well, I'd say I'm glad you didn't do that for our viewers. That was still a heck of a finish, man. 2 tires, the move on the final final stop there. Did you see? Was it Dylan Chappell that you saw that you kind of thought maybe that was the way to go, or was that kind of planned in your head throughout the night?
Well, can you even really plan these things? I stayed because we just did a run and we had a caution 9 laps in. I only had 9 laps on the tires, so I was like, well, I don't think I need to pit right now, so I stayed out. And I fell back a little bit after the restart, but I crawled my way back up into the top 5 before another caution dropped. So, no tires is pretty good. And then we had 11 laps there. So it was a little more, and I had still 2 sets of tires, so I could use them and still have some left over. So I said, I'll just put rights on it. I don't need lefts.
Yeah, that turned out to really be the move there. It also seemed to really come alive at the second half of that race. What did you find to get to the front there? Was it just track position?
Well, I was gaining before the first caution dropped. I was kind of riding around back there, kind of learning because I didn't get enough practice. And I learned that I was doing a little too much on entry, backed up a little, and I started rolling past cars, like at least 2-3 cars a corner, and then the caution fell. So I had speed, I just needed to learn to drive the track better.
Yeah, well done with that evolution throughout the night. Sponsors, shout-outs, who gets it done for that 2 car?
Well, I went for the guys over at Fast Lane and JCTV. I really wouldn't be on the track right now. They helped me out with the sponsorship, and I gave them 4 bad weeks in a row there, so it was nice to show them I still have a little bit of oomph in the system. So we'll see what happens.
All right, second place finisher coming up 4 1,000 short, but fantastic race, Donnie. Best of luck next week.
Appreciate it, Josh and Traver.
And I believe Josh Coppernell is down in victory lane with your winner.
Indeed, I am, Jamil. What a finish!
Yeah, man, what a finish.
Jamil, you were really quick tonight, all race long. I was impressed with your speed, and it didn't stop. I mean, it wasn't like you were only quick in short runs. You really carried that on long runs, and there at the end, battling with Jonathan Parker, and what just seemed like it was going to be you two, then turned into three of you at the end. So, I mean, just walk us through what it was like from your perspective.
Yeah, fun. It was an interesting setup, and like one where I kind of knew during practice we were gonna have to save tires a little bit, but saving tires is not my strong suit. So running against the wall is. So I ran against the wall the first couple of laps, but then I noticed everyone was up there, so I started running the bottom, and I was able to find something on that Kevin Harvick line, the white line, and I will always get up to Parker. I will always get up to second, but he was miles out there, and I knew on that last caution, I was like, the only way I can beat him is the pit. But I still had to pass guys. I had to pass Pacey. I think I had to pass the two, and those guys were really fast. So it was a hard-fought win, and also passing the 48 is no laughing matter. But I just got to give credit to this league. Everyone raced me pretty clean there. Like, honestly, like I would have not been surprised if the two wanted to clean me out coming out of turn 4, but he didn't, and I really respect that, how him and Jonathan were so clean there going to the end. But yeah, great win. It's been a while since I've won on iRacing. I've been busy with work and stuff. It's been a while since I've won a league race in this league, so it's been a couple of years. So glad to be back in victory lane.
I'll tell you, from my angle, it looked like Donnie Kite had it. I even said your race winner is Donnie Kite before looking at the results and showing that it was you ahead. How long after you crossed the line did it take you to realize that you were the winner?
I knew instantly, because just the way this track is, I tried to get as close as I could to the two's door, and I was going to try to side draft them back, and I just saw like just an inch of this quarter panel in my mirror when we crossed the line. So I knew pretty quick that I at least beat him, but I didn't know where the 48 was. So that was a surprise to me that it came out that close. So just following up, just like the Cup Series at Atlanta, 3 wide finishes. Glad to be on the winning end of one.
All right, sponsors, shout outs. Who gets it done for you behind that 4 machine?
I'd just like to thank all my friends and stuff like that. Everyone in this league, especially Chase. If it wasn't for Chase McGuire and the 9, I wouldn't be racing with this good group of guys. I also like to shout out Dylan Johnson, who's watching the stream right now. He's probably getting a kick out of this. He's sometimes my spotter, but I do better without him. So I won without him tonight, so I'm just giving him a little shout out right there.
All right. Such an incredible win there, Jamil. Congratulations, and we'll see you next time.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it.
It was your race winner, Jamil Hawkins, and wow, I'll tell you what, racing, it never ceases to amaze me. Racing is such an awesome sport, motorsports. I love it a lot. Some people have no idea why I love racing, and it's because of things like this right here that are so unpredictable. Yes, this is a simulation, but to me, it's the same thing as watching real life racing. The passion people have for it and the want to win. That was incredible, and I can't believe we just got to call that on JCTV.
Dude, my adrenaline is pumping. My heart's probably pumping harder than the drivers down there. I mean, it is just, that race was just, chef's kiss. Like, it was a finish. You had comers and goers, other than Jonathan Parker, who just seemed to be up there all night. But then you had Donnie Kite and Jamil Hawkins coming through at the end there. Also, Pacey Wygen able to get back to 4th. Don't think we talked about that comeback drive enough. That was a fantastic job. Yeah, I don't think any more words need to be said for that. is just a fantastic finish, fantastic racing.
Yeah, for sure, no doubt. I mean, and yeah, I mean, Pacey Wygent finishing fourth as well, starting to really have a good turnaround for him. Fourth place last week, fourth place this week. Still not in the top three, still not what he wants, but things are starting to turn around for him, and maybe actually, you know what? We do have that dirt track coming up. It's not next week, but it's coming up very soon. And I know Pacey is a dirt guy. And so that might be one where he's able to break through once again, if it's not next week at North Wilkesboro. But speaking of, and I am going to, we have so many shows now, and I should be better prepared than I am. But we have New Hampshire tomorrow night in the BSR Amsoil Truck Series. Michael Kruger makes his return. Super excited to see that, see how he's going to do. Monday night, we have Texas. It's going to be Legacy Texas in the TNR Truck Series. Tuesday night, Slide Job Racing League. They head to... I'll have to look it up. Darlington. And, oh man, that's going to be a whole lot of fun. Throwback Schemes, 150 laps for that Darlington event. Wednesday night, Zaskar. Race number 3 of the season. They are going to be at Auto Club, I do believe. And Thursday night, we've got Coast to Coast Cup Series, which is going to be on my birthday, Circuit of the Americas, for the Happy Birthday Josh Grand Prix at Dakota. And that leaves us to 1 week from tonight, Friday night, Di9 Designs Anywhere Series at North Wilkesboro. That is going to be a pretty exciting one as well. So plenty of action coming up on JCTV. You're not going to want to miss any of it. And on behalf of Trevor Burns and the entire outstanding crew at JCTV, I'm Joshua Coppernell, signing off. Saying so long, stay safe, and we will see you next time.